guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Classroom Mania. So today we are going to study a chapter that is Components of Food, which is the second chapter of class 6 science textbook. So let's start today's class. In the first chapter, that is food, where does it come from? There was a question that is why do we eat food? And the simple answer is in our daily life we do a lot of activities like we dance, we sing, we watch TV, we study, we go for shopping, we play. And for all these activities, our body needs energy. That means our body needs energy to do any kind of work. And we get this energy from the food that we eat. That's why food is very essential for all of us. So as the chapter's name suggests, that is components of food. What do you mean by component? Component means a part from the whole. That means today we are going to study about the parts, that means the things that are present in food. So what is present in food? In food, nutrients are present. So what is this nutrient? Nutrients are the substance which nourishes, that means promotes growth, provides energy and maintains life. That is known as nutrients. Now we will write the definition here. What is nutrients? Nutrients means the substance which promotes growth, provides energy, and maintains life. That is called. Now the question is, what are the nutrients present in our food, and do all types of food contain same type of nutrients? No, different types of food item contains different type of nutrients. Some food are good for our eyes, some food are good for our nails and hairs. So all type of foods have different kind of nutrients. So what are these nutrients? Before that, tell me one thing. If in our home we feel weak, what we do? We drink a glass of glucose which gives us instant energy. Similarly, same thing is done by one nutrient in our body, that is carbohydrates. What this carbohydrate do? Carbohydrate provides energy to our body and regulates glucose in our blood. So we will write it here. First nutrient is carbohydrate. Its function, it provides energy to our body and regulates glucose in blood. And the second nutrient is protein. So what is the function of this protein? Protein is the body building nutrient for our body. What does that mean? Protein builds and repairs our body. In our home, when any repairing work is done, what we need? We need cement. Similarly, same work is done by protein in our body. It repairs our body and helps to grow our body. So, protein is also known as body building nutrient. If any 1 mark question comes, which is the body building nutrient? The answer is protein. We will write the function here. It builds and repairs our body. The third nutrient is fats. So what is the function of fats? Fats also provide energy to our body like carbohydrate, and it is the carrier for other nutrients. So third nutrient is fat. It provides energy to our body and acts as carrier for other nutrients. So these are the three types of nutrients. First, carbohydrates, which provide energy to our body. Second, protein, which builds and repairs our body. And third, fats, which also provide energy to our body and acts as carrier for other nutrients. Now the question is, how can we know which food contains which nutrients? For that, we can do some kind of activity, some kind of experiments to test it. For carbohydrate, generally two variants are present in our food, that is starch and sugar. So to test the presence of carbohydrate, we will test it for the presence of starch. So now let's see what kind of experiment can we do to find the presence of these nutrients. First we will do test for starch, and this is the experiment to know the presence of carbohydrates. What are the materials that we need? First is any food item, and second is dilute iodine solution. Now the question is, what is this dilute? One is concentrated and another is dilute. What is the difference between both? Concentrated means intense, that means the proportion is high, and dilute means the proportion is low. So now what will we do to test the presence of starch? We will take any food item, right? We will take any food item and then put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution. If the color of the food changes into blue-black, that means that food contains carbohydrate or starch. But if there is no change, that means the food doesn't contain starch. So this is the test for starch. Now we will move on to test for protein. So what are the things that we need to test for protein? First is obviously we need some food item. Second, we need copper sulfate and caustic soda. Now what we will do to test the presence of protein here? First we will take the food item. If the food item is in form of solid, then we will make a paste or make it in powder form. Then what we will do? We will add 10 drops of water. Then we will add 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda. So we will add these in this proportion, and then if the color changes into violet, that means the food contains protein. But if there is no change, that means the food doesn't contain any protein. So this is the test for presence of protein in our food. To test the presence of fat in our food, we simply need a paper and the food item. So what we will do? We will simply rub the food item in that paper, and when we see the paper, if there is any oily patch on that paper, that means the food contains fat. In this way, we can test the presence of these nutrients in our food. With this, let's end our today's class here. We will meet in the next class with the same topic.